Welcome back everybody, my name's Zach and this is Shadowrun. In the last episode we started the game, we created our character and we got into the story. So our friend Sam has died, and when he died he sent an automated message to us asking us to find out who killed him and why. So we've come to Seattle, we've come to an organ grinder, I think it's called. It's as close to a morgue as we're going to get, and we're going to go and find his body. In the last episode we did have a little bit of combat in a flashback. Didn't explain very well, but when we get into the next bit of combat I'll explain what things are a little bit better. You've got action points, it's obviously turn based, so each of your characters get so many action points per turn, and then it's the opposition's turn. And there's a cover system as well, which works a little bit like XCOM if you've ever played that. But we'll get into that as we get into more combat. So let's go and see what we find. So the smell of death and decomposition wash over you, only slightly masked by the minty fake fresh of industrial. What's that? Okay, so we've got a nice dead body over here, one here. We've got Dresden. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job." A little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. He looks like a happy chap. "Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour, and some asshole at the corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir?" "So are you the coroner?" "I'm John Dresden, the organ grinders branch manager here. So yeah, that makes me this franchise area's coroner too." "And you are?" "I am ZakAttack. I'm here about Sam Watts." "ZakAttack, I represent a man named Sam Watts. I'm here to look into his murder." "No one you've ever heard of, now tell me about Sam Watts." Okay, we don't get funny with this guy, so I'm here about Sam Watts. His grin fades. "And what makes you think I know anything about that?" "Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here." "I see. Well, you're right, he's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet, what with it being all the way out here in the Barrens." "So who told you he was dead?" "Sam did. When his heart stopped, 100,000 urine, I think it is, was wired to a secure account in my name. I find the killer, I get paid. Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch." I'm gonna go this one. I don't really want him to know about the money, in case that backfires. The dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. A dead man's switch, eh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here. Okay, so he's this guy on the slab. Nice. He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Ripper, huh? I guess the classics never go out of style. Sounds grisly. Emerald City Ripper. Let's give this one. He sighs. "Not my title. That's what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. This one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim." Nice. "What prize did the Ripper take from Sam?" "Delicious, a trophy hunter. What was it?" "And." So what did he take from our mate? Watts' liver was cleanly cut out. How about the other lucky contestant. Whiz, what else? Let's ask him about the others. The first victim's heart was missing and the third had a spleen removed. Dresden, get out of here. I'm here about the new Ripper Vic, sorry. Go talk to McCluskey. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective right out of central casting. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, Neanderthal brow, it's hard to say, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. So this new Ripper Vic, what's name's familiar? Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? The coroner frowns. So you insisted at the time? He chortles. Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. This Ripper case is my ticket to Lieutenant's badge. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows his way around a scalpel. Has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy too. So I'm looking for a whacked out surgeon. Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. You're no damn help, dwarf. The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You notice superhuman powers of observation. Who the hell are you? Look. I'm nobody who didn't hear nothing. I'm new in town, you're the welcoming committee. Or if our strength was more, we could try and strong arm him. Are you the detective on this case? I was hired by Sam Watts to assist you in finding his killer. So this is the most truthful. The dreck you were. You get anywhere near my investigation, it'll be you on the slab, human. Oh, so he's a nice guy. He looks back at the dwarf. Dresden, get me more. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. Well, at least he seems like he really cares about the situation. Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends that easily? I'm great at dinner parties too. I don't do friends. Well, he didn't really seem like my type. He didn't seem like my type. Cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really gonna work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favour. A job's a job with one. This one pays better than most. I'm going to bring his killer to justice, at least street justice. Yeah, I'm going to return the favour. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He's convicted his own mother if it meant another 10 million a week in his paycheck. Plus he's on the take. Dresden pauses, considering. You have honour after a fashion. I try to honour the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help you? Okay, so on the take, who's paying to hold his leash? What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? What are the organs worth these days? Who still uses scalpels? Just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? So who might still use a scalpel? Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, so do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the slimmer chop shops still use scalpels. Slimier, sorry. I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Okay. And what are organs worth these days? Our whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of noyan, but individual organs not worth as much anymore. What with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days. Okay, cool. So, obviously, because it's set in the future, there are synthetic organs. Organ grinders only deal in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky though, and they don't care where the bodies come from either. Okay. What did he say about Sam's mother? The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Aren't you the official in the sentence? You don't buy that. Sounds like you disagree with the findings. Yeah, it does. My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. Okay. So, you mentioned on the take, who's paying to hold his leash? I don't know, but someone with some major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. Okay, so I'm getting the feeling we can't trust this guy, McCluskey. But this guy seems pretty good, Dresden. And I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Oh nice, we've got some karma. Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do one more better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back and see if you can find anything useful? Okay. Then I'll go do that. Do you know where the murder site is or not? Let's go and have a look. Nice. Basic med kit. Dock wagon basic trauma kit. Okay. So can we look at these things? Yes. Okay. The most basic med kit that heals you or any team member consume when used, so plus 10 health. Special restores a teammate to life with 25% of their total health consumed when used. So is this when they die? I presume so. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. So let's go and look in the freezer. The cold storage drawer is labelled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. Okay, let's open it. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Whoa, easy there. Okay, Jake Armitage. Nice look. Oh, he's alive. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. I told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. It isn't 6 yet. It doesn't feel like 6 yet. Sorry, didn't expect you to be so alive. Or do I look like a damn alarm clock? You were just sleeping in a freezer. A freezer for dead people. Yeah, that would be my response. Don't tell me you haven't considered it. Cheaper than a coffin hotel. And the service is just as good. Oh dear. He chuckles. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I notice you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? Okay. The last Ripper victim, did you know him? I'll ask questions. What the hell are you doing in a morgue drawer? I'm looking into the death of Sam Watts. The coroner seems to think you can help me out. Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then. Over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something or other though. Jack yells toward the other side of the room. John! Is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level. Working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man switch. I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. Pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then, the name's Jake, and You are... call me Zach. I'm still waiting for the ending of your story. Nice to meet you, Jake. I'm Zach. And well-mannered too. Such a rare thing in this city. Well, sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right, I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the seamstress union that night. Tripped out and rowdy. I've been laying low there for a few days after a bad run, but Mrs. Kabuta asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangsters got the jump on me. He winces. Damn, maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup, my hands are dirty anyway. Now what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. Lovely. Thanks John, you're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat court bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangsters thought they could turn a quick profit on my head. Jake smiles and you get the impression that it didn't work out so well for the gangsters. Sam stumbled off during the fight though. That's the last I saw of him, until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last day in this place. You've done this before. Great, so you don't know anything about his death. Do you know anything else? I know they found his body a block away from the Union, just lying there in the broad daylight. That's the Baron for you. Jake looks down, his expression masked by chrome and crimson glass. Shame though, wish I'd been there, if those slagging gangsters hadn't come along. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with these Halloweeners out there. Their leader's got the whole gang searching the Barons for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night, trust me. Jake eyes you up and down. And maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. What'd you say? Okay. It's nice to have someone watching your back out there so you can trust them. I don't work for free, I fight, I get paid, you and not tours. Do not like a bit of street justice every now. I do like a bit of street justice now and then. Alright, Jake, count me in. Yep. Great. I've been hiding out here ever since that run-in with those Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangsters, but this stretch of the Barons is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it in this morgue in one piece without packing some heat. He yells over his shoulder, very funny Jake, you can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So you need a weapon? I do. How did we do this? Ranged combat. So we've got one in pistol, we've got two in the rifle. Okay. Okay, we can't spend the karma now. So let's go rifle. You don't like library windows, do you? Never mind, here's a rifle you can borrow. Library windows. So, ready for an even out on the town. Tell me more about these gangsters first. I'm ready, just watch my back, don't regret this. If you're buying. Hey, I've already provided the party favours. Okay. We can leave whenever you're ready. Visit Sam's murder site. So now we can spend our karma, hopefully. Yep. Okay. Let's put some into dodge. It's going to be useful, I think. What's this? Make it nice. Okay. So let's head out and see if we can't find the murder site. See if we can figure out what's going on. Head out to the Barons, yeah? The Redmond Barons. Run in the Seattle sprawl and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the Redmond Barons. Doesn't matter your business, the Barons doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog eat dog slum, add a dash of tourist trap, and you've got a recipe for mean as hell. You leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde of organ grinders behind, entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets. Jake stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite, and who knows what else. He exhales with an expression of wry contentment. Stench and grime tell him he's home. So it's a nice place, you know, where you want to bring your kids up, you know, that sort of place. My stash just around the corner in the alley. Alright, okay. Can we get in? Are you looking for it? No. Thanks. Okay, here. Hidden in the garbage-strewn alley is a high-tech safe with a mag card reader on the front. Open the safe with Jake's mag card. With a smooth hiss, the safe opens to reveal a collection of gear that is a perfect match for your skills. What a coincidence! Oh, okay, straight into combat. Concussion grenade, frag grenades. Nice. Okay, so yeah, combat. Like I said before, I'll explain a little bit. So anywhere within this first section, you can see the 1 is 1 action point. So I get 2 action points, indicated up here, I believe. And I can move anywhere in here and then take 1 more action. Or I can move anywhere here and it will take both action points, and that's it, my turn is over. Or my turn with Zak is over anyway. Here, you notice these little shields that come up that are full. This means that it gives the best protection, it's full cover. People can still hit you, but it gives the best protection that it can. If you notice here, the shield is half, that means it's half cover, and again, it's going to give you some protection, but not the best. And here is the percentage to hit this guy, and I have a critical chance, or a 15% chance to critically hit him. Here's a 67% chance with a 13% chance to crit. So if I stand still, oh, and also, so down here it shows you what weapon you're using. We're using an AK-97 with a damage of 10, capacity of 24, and a range of long. When I need to reload, if I click this, it will cost 1 action point to reload. And we also have these. So at the minute it's a single shot, does 10 damage, 1 bullet, single target. Or we can change to aimed shot, which takes 3 turns to cool down, which is a single target, 1 bullet, but it increases the accuracy by 15%. Or we can take 2 attacks in 1 action, that increases chance of critical, but it uses 5 bullets. So we've got plenty of bullets, so I'm going to go with this. We can also swap our weapon between melee fist and our current equipped weapon, and we're going to attack. Nice. Okay. So I'm going to get behind cover, and then I'm going to take a shot. So I presume the reason I only had 1 action point then, so these can't be action points, is because I opened the safe. I presume that was taking 1 action point. So let's switch back to single, because we only need to do a little bit of damage. Although, if we come here, it's going to increase our chances to hit him. Still missed. So now, notice he's 99%, because I'm behind him. This cover doesn't count. He's effectively in the open. So welcome to the Barrens. Guess I'll need to find a new spot to hide my gear. Good dead drops are so hard to keep. Sam Drek in every city these days. Same Drek in every city these days. So I shouldn't invest in real estate around here. Only by the hour. Hey, you've seen where I stay the night. Now that you've got some gear, let's go deal with those Halloweeners. Okay. So let's head out this way. I believe this here is like an indication of what direction we need to be travelling, and in fact it is, because that's where we need to be. Hey Asswipe, take another step forward and we're going to plant you right there. This is Halloweener property now. This is one of the two that got away. If I hadn't missed my shot, these idiots would have given up and moved on by now. Wait a minute, you're rolling with Jake? Bad idea, chummer. The Halloweeners are collecting that bounty and killing you. Well, that will be a nice bonus. Oh, that's just lovely. Okay, so he's taking damage. He's got some form of protection. Oh my life. Okay. There's one guy down. I don't know what these are. Not entirely sure. I'm sure we'll find out. So see, I didn't move, so I get my 2 actions. They are in fact action points. I should really get into cover. Don't suppose it matters that much. There aren't that many of them. Oh, I see. This takes 2 action points. Okay, that's why. Single action point. Nice. It's just what you want. Here. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. This guy's big. John Paul. Whoa, Uncle. Uncle. I was just playing with you. I'll call off the rest of the Halloweeners, Jake. Call it even, yeah? What do you think, Jake? Dirtbags down here, you need second chances, then lower your weapon and walk away. Oh, what do we want to do? What does Jake want to do? He smokes. Hey, I'm already at a shoot on sight status for these guys. Killing John Paul means one less wiener to shoot me in the back while I'm buying smokes. Hell, they'll be doing the same to you as soon as there's a profit on it, innit? Do you want him to go and tell his friends to warn him off? We're only gonna have to face him later. I don't feel like killing him. I'm gonna let him live. How naive. Oh well, maybe it's worth it to see him running off with his tail between his legs. Okay. Visit the murder site. here? As you approach the scene of Sam's murder, Jake spies the flashing red and blue lights up ahead. Whoa, hold up a minute. Lone Star is above collecting on a corp issued bounty, and the one on my head isn't going away anytime soon, he sighs. Sorry friend, I think this is where our paths diverge. Thanks again for the help with those Halloweeners. Here's your payment. They don't take Newen where I'm going, and you look like you could use the funds. Good luck out there. What, you want a hug or something? Likewise Jake, give me a call when you're in the clear. I'm sure you don't want to stick around, I could use the backup. Sorry chummer, not my style, besides you seem like you can take care of yourself. He takes a step, then tilts his head back. Hey, one more thing. When you're done checking out your pal's crime scene, pop into the Seamstresses Union. It's just down the street. You need gear, information, or just damn stiff drink. That's the place to be. Best dive this side of Chicago. I used that place as a base of operations for years back in the day. Make the right friends there, and I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of this ripper business. Oh, nice knowing you. Jake turns and disappears into the shadowy depths of the Redmond Barrens. Okay, good. So, I'm going to leave the episode here. We've done some combat. We made a friend who has now gone. And we're about to check out the murder scene and start getting into it. Start getting some answers. Or hopefully get some answers. And then, yeah, we can head over to the Seamstress Union. See what's happening there. And, yeah, go from there. So, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you did indeed like this video, and we will see you in the next episode. See you later.